And we are live.
Hello, everybody. You're coming in here expecting me to do something? You're wrong. Well, no, you're not wrong. I'm not really doing anything. But I'm going to be painting these roses. As you can see, this is for my wedding. I had to do something for it because I've been kind of lazy and not done it very lately. But Marina is going to be making something very similar to what she did yesterday, but she's making a new cover. So I'm gonna let her explain that while I sit in the background and watch you guys.
Yep, so I'm going to put the camera on me so I can explain what I'm doing. So basically, the cover that I was doing yesterday was not the right color. I sat and looked at it last night and realized that I wanted this to be black. I wanted the junk journal itself to go black because I reprinted all of the digitals and I also made the covers. I made two of them to see which one I would like more. And these are going to be the covers on it. So one says, Believe in yourself. It's a positive journal. It's more of, growing up and turning from a swan to a beautiful princess or a beautiful lady or woman or whatever the case, but it's a positive journal. So that's the first cover. And then the second cover, I went back and redid it, and it says, Believe in the impossible or be the best you can be. So it's going to depend on how the actual cover turns out as to which graphic I end up using. I also went and bought these beautiful cards, and it has all different types of affirmation or positive thinking, love, hope. This one's peace, dream, and so on and so forth. The second sheet is says tranquility, kindness, dedication, strength, all positive notes. The more you smile, the better you look. Happiness is a state of mind. So I'm going to be using that throughout the journal. Then there's the third one, which is success is a journey, not a destination. Say yes to new adventures. So it's going to be scattered with different goals and different positive thinking throughout the whole album or the journal. These are just some of the extra printouts that I did because there's going to be, I've decided that it's going to be two different types of journals. One is going to use the blue backgrounds and one is going to use the boho pinkish background. So that's some of the circles I purchased. And if anybody's interested in learning where, because I've mixed about 4 or 5 different kits to get enough papers printed out in order to do at least a 40-page journal, if not a bit more. It will not have any extra sheets. It will not have any junk journal type ephemera like from the mail or anything like that. This is all printed. That's my style because I prefer to have it brand new. I prefer to have it so that the papers all look pretty and then you can mess it up to as much as you want. So that is just one of the Swan envelopes that I've printed. And then it comes to the actual junk journal. So I went back and I reprinted everything, not the cardstock stuff. That is all the tags and everything else. That was printed correctly. What was printed incorrectly was the actual pages because when I ended up printing them, the front page was fine, but the back page was upside down. So I had chosen the wrong um, way of printing double-sided paper. So last night I went back in and I fixed it all and I printed it. So now it's all printed correctly. So I redid, this was my test page for the cover. So it's got nothing in the back of it. So it can just be used as a blank paper, and I'm actually going to put that to the side. And then, so this is the actual book that I've made. So this is the first one, which is the Dream, etc. And I converted some of the pages myself. So this one here is one of my own. So I took some of the graphics from the different ephemera and made it into my own print size, or page is what I should say. So just to give you an idea, see, that's another one of my own. Just to give you an idea of what these look like. And then this one's a different digital kit. I don't remember the name of it, but I can certainly get you the information if you want it. But as you can see, all the colors blend. They're all in that soft pastel tone. So it's going to mix beautifully with the Black Swan. And they're all Swan. I tried to use Swan as much as I could. And then that's one of my own. Oh, and this one came out blank. So I'll have to put that back through the printer. Put something on the back of it. And as you can see, it's just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous digitals. See this one with the Swan note paper, the swans on each side. And you've got this one, and then pretty much all of them are the same. I'm just going to check to see if this one ended up, no, this one did end up properly. So which is the second one? Now for some reason that one printed incorrectly, but no big deal. I can go back and fix it or use it for pockets and stuff that you won't be able to see it.
But you know where else you can put that, right?
No, it's not a misprint. Thank you very much. This time it's done correctly.
Ah, darn it. Had my hopes up.
Nope. Okay, so if you guys are wondering, I've started a box to send all my misprints to Emily, so because she likes tearing things apart and not putting things in uniform. She kind of likes mixing it up, different than me. So all right, so this is the second one, and again, as you can see, I've mixed it all up. Okay, this is an extra one. Similars, but it's also got some of the paperwork a little bit different. It's got some more of that. And this one is actually mixed in with the Paris Knitwit collection.
Did you just say Paris Knitwit?
I did. It's Knitwit collection, and it's a Paris collection. So work perfectly with the colors of this kit.
Now, guys, if you have any questions about where these kits came from, please make sure that you ask, because if you don't ask, we don't know. We can't tell you.
Yeah. I'm just going through them all and making sure. So there's about 5 that didn't get printed on one side, so I'll make sure I go back and yeah. All right, so I'm just going to put these together like that. I'm just going to put them down here, and I'm going to put, oops, I should check that third one then, because if there's any sheets in there, then I'll add it in. Nope, this one looks like it's all correct. All right. So these ones here, I'll need something in the back. 4 and 5. All right, so 5 sheets. All right, so let me just get that printed, and then I'll go through the actual book and what I'm doing with it. So in the meantime, I'm going to put the camera on Emily so you can watch her do her roses, and maybe she can explain what she's doing.
I'm making a mess is what it is. All right, guys, what I'm doing is I'm actually staining false flowers, you know, like the flowers you get at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or even Dollar Tree. I'm staining these red because I can't find red roses that are in my price range. So these actual roses were found free, basically. And so they weren't the color that I had originally wanted them. So I made my own color of red, as you can see. And I'm staining the roses the red color. These have technically about 3 coats of paint on them so far to get the color tint that I'm wanting. And so as you can see, I've got it all over my hands. And basically coat by coat, I'm working on these. I wish I could go in there and get my big rose, but I am not wanting to get up right this second and get paint on my doorknob of my room. So that's what I'm doing. I'm staining my roses red. Y'all ever heard
Alice in Wonderland, painting the roses red.
Yeah, painting the roses red, guys. That's what I'm doing. Painting the roses red, and I'm pretty sure I won't be the queen. Off with their heads. Yep. Yeah. So this is what the roses look like before I put that coating on. The third coating. These still have a coating to go, and they still have to have more of this paint. So they are going to be a deep red instead of a bright red. This dries to like this color right here. And so after these get their final coatings of red paint, I am going to be purchasing some pearlescent paint and painting over top of that, which will give it the shimmer of the roses that he's wanting. Yes, I have a groomzilla instead of a bridezilla. I have a groomzilla, so I have to make sure all the details are perfect for him. But anyway, I'm going to take some pearlescent paint and I'm going to go over top of it. Hopefully, I can find a color shift paint, which would go really pretty over top of it. But I know that color shift paint is very, very expensive, and so I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed for that one. But I'm going to paint over it with a pearlescent, which gives it that real pretty glow to it, that um, shimmer, I guess. So that is what I'm working on. Sorry that I'm not continuing on with the album or journal that I was making yesterday. I knew that I had a lot of work to do, and I kind of took a break from working on wedding things. I know it's not until next year, but in preparation for this wedding, I have to do a lot of the work myself, and so um, I have to delegate time for my regular crafts. But of course, again, guys, I don't know if you were here yesterday, but we are going to be having a sale on September 25th at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We accept PayPal um, um, payment, and not sure if Marina has any other payment ways, but you can talk to her.
Sorry, if I have any what?
Other payment ways you paid for things. I don't know if you have any other. I only accept PayPal.
No, no. PayPal is it
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm in Canada, so a lot of the stuff that you can pay or ways that you can pay in the U.S. Is not accepted here, so it has to be PayPal.
Okay. I didn't know, so
Yeah, all good. All right, so I got those 5 pages reprinted.
all right, put your camera back on you, hon.
Yep. All right. Okay, so basically, I decided that with the colors and everything, I wanted this one to be pretty much primarily black. So this is a piece of material, and you can see it has some beautiful embroidery all over it. And you have to kind of be careful because when you put it into the spine, you want to make sure that the embroidery doesn't end up there, because when you go and sew the signatures in, you're going to hit that embroidery and it's going to make it tougher. So what I did, you can see a little bit of just where I kind of ripped out the embroidery. and so that it kind of makes the thing. And then the second thing that I did after watching quite a number of videos is they recommend to put a small thin sheet of interfacing in between so that when you use the fabric tack or the glue or whatever you use, it's not going to seep through. So I've done that for that. And then I've also prepped the cover itself.
Oh,
And
that's
again,
a smart idea. That is a really smart idea. I never would have thought of doing that.
yeah. And so what I've done here is this is the same material, but it's with the roses all over it. And I just realized there's a piece. Oh, no, that's just a flyaway. And so, again, I've done the back piece with, oh, and then the other thing that's really important when you're doing fabric on a junk journal, the one thing a couple of people have suggested, and I watched hundreds of videos between yesterday and today, is make sure that when you iron your fabric, iron, you want to make sure that it's as smooth as possible, because any little wrinkle is going to show through unless you're going for that look. I'm looking for a smooth transition, so, or a smooth cover. So I ironed it and put the interfacing in between so that the fabric tack will not show. So, and this is basically your just gutted book that I did yesterday. I grabbed another one and gutted it again. So this is my second one. I ended up buying about 5 or 6 of them at the dollar store. So yeah, this time around they had quite a number of them that I could get my hands on. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do now that I've got everything, oh, okay, so, and the other thing that they suggested is to strengthen the spine. So in order for me to strengthen the spine, I am going to use Emily's trick as well as everybody else's trick. And if I can find where the carnations I put it. I'm looking.
Looking for that cardstock?
No. Casper has taken off with my here we go. See? There you go. Masking tape.
That trick. Gotcha.
Yeah. So before I do anything, because I've gutted it, I glued the spine back together again, but I want to strengthen the two because this again is just paper thin. So I am going to put a couple pieces of, I don't have any wide, this is the widest I've got. So I just want it on the curve of the spine. And apparently I've been told that masking tape is supposed to be a really good when you're putting it in between layers.
Oh yeah,
so we'll try it out.
Strong.
Yeah.
Very strong. I've never had any complaints whenever I put a junk journal together using that trick. Unless they're being nice to me and not saying anything. I've never had any complaints. I'm going to mute you for just a minute, Marina, because I have got to step out for a minute.
Yep, no problem. Now, so make sure that you use bone folder, and which mine has gone MIA again. To really make sure that this is tacked down. Okay. Alright, so this one. Okay. And I am at the end of this masking tape, so I'm going to end up having to buy more when I'm at the store next. And it doesn't matter if it's straight or not straight because, yeah, it's going to all be covered up. You're not even going to see this. This is just to reinforce the spine or reinforce the edges, the piece that bends over. Yeah. There we go. All right, so now the next step is to put in our fabric. And I'm going to finish using the fabric tack that I have. Sorry if I'm not talking much, guys. Just trying to concentrate on putting this inside piece.
So while you're not talking, I can talk for just a second.
Absolutely.
I
Be
can
my
tell you a
guest.
story about. I can tell. I can tell you what happened yesterday,
Sure.
since it was my birthday. All right, you know how I was waiting patiently, like all day, right?
Waiting
Waiting for him to
patiently
get home, for James Lee to get home.
Yep.
You know, I figure he might have something nice for my birthday. Well, he's not. He's not gonna be able to get anything for my birthday until like this next week because um, monies are not very
All
good.
good.
So, I mean, I did receive a nice little present from one of my family friends. I mean, they sent me a little bit so we could go out for dinner. Well, I mean, it wasn't much to bark at, but we decided on some fire brick pizza. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of it, called Johnny's Pizza. It's
Okay.
a it's a New York style type of pizza. Well, where they fire it in the oven. Well, decided to go to one of those restaurants. Well, we had walked. I mean, it was getting dark, and we decided on the pizza. Well, we get there, and we have to wait about 20 minutes because a lot of restaurants are half capacity.
Yeah, they're doing seating arrangements only.
Yeah, yeah. And so we waited. He was getting impatient. I said, "Hey, this is my night. You just go sit there and be happy." So we finally got seated, and um, well, we took a minute to order. We ordered a meat lovers, basically 5 different type of meats on the pizza, and so it took them about 20, 30 minutes for the pizza to come out, and it took basically forever to us. 30 minutes is quite a long time, but I mean that's a lot of meat to put on it, and we ordered a large, and their larges are like huge, and so we ordered that,
Hey, I love
and
leftover pizza. Are you kidding
oh
me?
yeah, it's better cold than it is warm on the next
Yep.
day.
Yep.
It's almost like lasagna. Lasagna is just as good as it is warm, or like cold spaghetti. I hate to say it.
Cold.
I love Italian food. Am I weird? But anyway, it took about 30 minutes to get done and out to our table. After starving, they noticed that we'd been waiting for a while, so they brought out some bread twists or bread knots, is what they called them. And so they brought them out with some garlic butter on it. Hey, Martha.
Good morning, Martha.
She said, "Can you tell? I just woke up. Just move around." But anyway, they noticed and they gave us some garlic twist knots, whatever that was. We sat there and ate that. That was a little bit warm on the mouth. It was fresh. So we ate that, and then within 10 minutes later, it was almost an hour before we got pizza, to be honest. And well, we were so hungry, and well, I bit into the first bite, literally the first bite of that pizza. The cheese stuck. It was so hot. The cheese stuck to the roof of my mouth and
Oh
burnt the top
no.
of my mouth. And so I ended up eating only one piece. I still have blisters on the roof of my mouth.
Oh jeez.
And so I've been drinking Powerade to trying to cool it down and get something in my system to where I can eat because that blister hurts.
Oh yeah. I don't have that problem anymore because I wear dentures now. So
Mm.
the only thing I can burn is my tongue. That's about it.
I mean, I didn't burn my tongue.
No, you
I did
burned.
not burn my tongue. I burnt the roof of my mouth,
Yeah.
and it sucks. It sucks
So
because
yeah.
I
By the
can't
way,
eat anything.
Martha, I was watching your stream yesterday. In between, I love watching people while I'm playing my game because it makes it really relaxing for me that I can hear somebody talking in the background. So, and watching what they're doing. So, Martha was making, I guess she had fishing pictures from a trip that she took, and I'm so looking forward. I don't know. I didn't watch the end of it because I was really tired, and I ended up logging early. But I love the fishing one that you're doing. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Now I kind of wish that I had kept some of those pictures that family pictures that the kids when the kids were younger.
Did you not download them?
My over the years, I've put pictures and stuff like that in on CDs because it's back then, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
I
it
remember
just
that.
kind of went missing. So yeah,
Oh no. Do you
no,
have the backup film?
nah, yeah. Remember, it's
You
back
do or
then
don't?
we didn't have it. I got a lot of pictures of when the kids were playing football. Thank God for that. And one day I will make them each an album because I've got duplicates so that the
Did you say
boys can have those.
you did have the film, the original film? Did
No,
you say you had?
no, I
Oh,
have just the pictures.
oh. I used to be go figure. I used to be a photo technician. I worked at CPS and I was a certified photo technician and I would correct people's photos. There are booths that you can actually correct old photos and make them look like they just was taken. Did you know that?
Oh, okay. So it's she says it is an album for my belated husband for
His daughter.
his daughter. Yeah,
Sorry, I was busy cleaning my gloves. That way I wouldn't get it too bad. I would have read that.
so I wanted the album to be black. So hence the reason why the black cover because yeah. All right. So put that over there for the moment and see how the glue is not even seeping through. It's not even showing the marks of where I put the glue. So yeah,
Huh.
from now on, interfacing goes on fabric.
Huh. I'll have to get some more of the interfacing. I've used all the interfacing that you sent me. Up.
Really? Even the one that I
For the
sent you?
masks?
Holy
the masks?
mackerel, girl.
Yeah, I had to use them for masks. There's a lady that ordered some. So I
All
had
right.
to use it for the mask.
So we're clipping the corners, actually. And this doesn't have to be perfect corner, just has to be able to go. And yes, I am using my fabric scissors for this part because I am cutting fabric.
I was going to say, I have a set of fabric scissors and I have a set of paper scissors. You use my fabric scissors on paper, I'm going to kick your hind end.
Nope, these are my fabrics and I'm cutting fabric, so yeah. I do not use my fabric scissors on paper. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Now, the inside part, what I saw done, and correct me if I'm wrong, they used a Mod Podge instead of actual fabric tack. What do you think about that?
Mod Podge takes longer to dry. And it's going to be slightly sticky if you use Mod Podge. Fabri-Tac is not as sticky.
Okay. Sorry, it's not as sticky. What do you mean?
The Fabri-Tac does not produce a sticky thing. It
Sticky
will have
backing,
like
right?
it will, huh?
A sticky backing, you mean? Like a...
Like the Mod Podge may seep through if that's what you're.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, it would. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. All right, so we're going to use fabric tack then.
Okay.
All right, so now a lot of this is going to be covered with another paper, so don't worry if it ends up being a little bit messy.
Ooh, but this other flower I've got sitting here, I may not need as many coats of paint because it's got a lot. It's got a like a tangerine color to it. Maybe I won't need to color it much to get it to his specific liking. Ooh, I shouldn't have stirred that. Ooh. I am sacrificing one of my nice brushes to paint these roses. I think I have about 5 nice paintbrushes, and the rest of them are crap because I use them so much.
All right. Now you might see a little bit of bubbling, but that's okay. And that's because the fabric itself is, how do you, what was it, the word? It is embroidered.
Porous? Oh, I was going to say
No, it's
porous.
embroidered. So you're going to have a little bit of bubbles coming through, but that's because, again, it's embroidered.
So, I noticed in the hall where I'm reading
In the
that
what?
there are the.
Oh, the
I'm
hall.
sorry, I was thinking out loud. The wedding hall that I had to rush to shucks, I can't think. My brain just went
Yeah.
stupid on it. For the reception, for the wedding reception, where I
Yep.
had to scramble and get booked. We can't put anything on the walls,
Yep.
and there are columns. We can't use tape or pins or anything like that. So I'm gonna go way around that. There's some columns coming in the door. I'm pretty sure you've seen the video where I posted. Maybe you didn't. You can go back and look at it.
Yeah,
You'll
I'd have
know
to
what I'm
go back and watch it again. I watched it the first time,
But there are some columns that lead to where the stage is on the left hand side. You'll see it when you watch the video. Um, I'm thinking about uh, wired ribbon instead of using tacks and tape and stuff like that. Just use wired ribbon and candy strap it.
That's going to be a lot of ribbon.
I don't care. You can get it at the Dollar Tree. And plus, I can order it on Amazon.
What about just making like table decorations and stuff like that rather than putting anything on the walls?
Because it's going to look plain. Plain. And I want the colors to be incorporated in because
well,
I'm not going
to other idea, if James Lee can find it, okay, is to get some kind of partition, or at least the legs of the stand of the partition that you can spread apart and maybe put a string across it and then hang things up with paper clips, or sorry, not paper clips, clothespins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how I did my backdrop and I hung the two hooks on the wall so that I had black behind me?
Yeah, we can't put any holes or anything in the walls.
No, you didn't understand. Okay, so you get two poles that stand on its own, and you put string. You string or wire in between those two poles.
Huh.
And then hang things from that string or wire.
Oh, sort of like you would get like a PVC pipe?
Yes.
I'll have to, I can't get in there to do any measuring. That's the thing. I'd have to probably call them and say, hey, can I come in for a minute? Can I do some measuring? I mean,
you can do that. And then have James Lee in the same time also be looking for any kind of partitions, anything that can stand on its own.
That's a good idea, Marina.
Because I was thinking about it last night, you know, in the last couple of days. I'm like, okay, what can she use that will not disturb the walls, but can take, or even better yet, even like the poles from the volleyball net. Like if you that a volleyball set's not that expensive, so if worst comes to worst, you can pick up, you know, a volleyball set kit that has the two poles on each side that you can string, and even use the volleyball net itself to hang things from.
I don't know.
Why not? You use, you know.
I don't know if we can get our hands on one of those things.
Well, that's why you would buy it now. You would buy it now, or you would have it on your list for next summer, so that as soon as summer hits, then because those will be in stock. But again, people throw things like that out all the time, so you never know.
Well, the thing is on that is that his route has changed, and he doesn't find very many things anymore. And so I've not gotten hardly anything new from him in a while. So,
but you never know you never know what his eye will be caught. Like what his eye will catch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All I have to do is tell him this is what I'm looking for. Grab it.
Exactly, and he'll keep an eye out. I mean, like I said, it's a while.
Yeah, I've got some people that I can possibly ask. I mean, I can also go on Facebook and do the market thing and say, hey, this is what I need. I need a favor, guys.
Yeah, because a partition would work. A partition would work, but it's kind of small. You would end up having to use 2 or 3 of them. So I was thinking of the volleyball net that would work, because those could be spread apart quite a bit. And then if you hang up the netting from the volleyball, then you can hang things from that netting.
Yeah. Very true. You got to find ways around things.
There's ways around that, no hanging things on the wall very easily.
Yeah. I'll have to think about that. I'll introduce that idea to him today when he gets home, if he's not too tired, because today he started a new route, actually. So I'm hoping that he doesn't come home in an ill mood. Way I can talk to him. I have to get him. I have to catch him in just the right mood, or the
I'm
then
sure
I'm
you know.
yeah. If I don't, then the mood's the night's spoiled, and I'm in a pissy mood too. All
So
right,
Martha,
Maureen,
you got your first cup of coffee?
I'm gonna mute you right now. I'm gonna draw this and see what it looks like. See if I need to add another coat.
Okay. Ah, shoot. And a little bit too hard on that. Okay. Yeah, I'm working on my third cup of coffee. So, well, there you go. So then if you're drinking tea, that's good enough. That still has caffeine in it. And then once you do this is going to have to sit and dry for at least 2-3 hours so that it doesn't pop back up. Yeah, I wanted to try doing junk journaling since a lot of people prefer the junk journaling to the mini albums. So I figured I'd get a couple of the kits and do my own style rather than actually using junk. I wanted to make it pretty and I wanted to make it positive so that you can use the pages to maybe jot your thoughts down for the day or, you know, tell your book or tell yourself something that's happened that's really important to you. And then you can go ahead and then a couple of years from now, when you're feeling down, you can go through your book and say, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, I did this, I accomplished this. You know, I still go back on a lot of my scrapbooks and take a look at what I used to do, 10, 15 years ago when the kids were younger and they were in all sorts of different sports and running around all over the place.
So I think I'm gonna need another couple of coats on this because look, this is
Hold
the
on, I
original
can't
color.
see. Hold on, I can't see and I can't move right at the moment because I've got glue all over the place. So just bear with me for a moment and then I'll put the camera on you.
No, I just wanted you to just look in your monitor, your little picture there. Your holding cell is what you call it.
This looks nice. And then before I put the final cover on top of it, what do you think? Should I use paper to cover this or another piece of fabric? Because I've got lots of the fabric.
I would use fabric because paper is going to be I don't know how to say it. It's gonna end up being brittle, I guess.
Yep,
And
I can
plus,
do another. I can do another piece of the fabric. Like I said, I've got one sitting right here. I just have to cut it down to size and put a piece of the interfacing on it. But if I put fabric on it, that means I didn't need to put that middle piece in. Oh well.
no, I mean it's more sturdy. It's
It's
more
more
what's the
sturdy.
word? Yeah.
Oh, look how beautiful this is.
Oh, it is pretty. I love the flower on it.
This piece really, really sucked. Okay, hang on a minute. Let's fix this.
I really don't want to do this one yet. I want to work on those thicker flowers.
There we go. I fixed it.
Whenever you put the camera on me, let me know because I want to show you something.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm just making sure the corners ended up doing it correctly, because otherwise it's gonna I don't want it to bubble.
Right. I want to show you a flower I worked on out of my stash that James Lee found. I think it's beautiful. May have to darken this up. He did say he wanted different shades of red, so I guess this'll work for the different shades. I don't.
I'm just trying to get some of this glue off of the corners so that you don't see it where the joints are. There.
Do you have one of those rubber eraser things?
No. You can't do the rubber eraser stuff on this. Not until it's dry.
Gotcha.
You do that on this now, and you're going to end up screwing it all up.
Oh, gotcha.
No, I think I want this part to be. No, I want this part to be, because this is kind of the flat part. So you're going to have the embroidery on the back so that it doesn't, you can see the embroidery through. And then the front part, you have a nice, beautiful flat part. I think I'm going to put a piece, you'll see how I'm going to put the piece of lace that goes on here that's going to hide all the stitches. And I have.
Is that where you connected them?
Sorry?
What do you mean hide all the stitches?
Okay, this is a junk journal. So you have to sew in the.
Oh, okay. You're not going to do a hidden spine?
No, I thought about it, and I could do the hidden spine, or I can go ahead and just, because it's paper thin, I can go ahead and sew it in here, and then I'll show you what I bought.
To be honest, don't holler at me. But to be honest, since your spine is so thin, I would suggest doing the hidden spine, which gives it a little bit of more of a what's it called? More stability, more durability.
Right. Okay. What I was thinking is putting this on the spine like that, and then pinching it like that. Like just pinching it in the middle like that.
And putting a bead or something on there?
Yeah, and putting a bead or something right there.
That is pretty.
So
I would do the hidden spine and still do that.
Okay. All right. Doing the hidden spine is not a problem, because I already have the spine somewhere here. I've got the spine already made. See,
Yeah, so
I had started
we would,
with that, and then I wasn't going to put it in, but I think you might be right. I might need the hidden spine.
yeah, because since you said it's very flimsy, very thin, you may want to do the hidden spine because it gives it the journal a little bit more of a stability and durability when you open and shut it. Because I mean, it's going to be very flimsy if not.
Okay, so
And
this
also,
spine may be too big now. Now that I've got all the fabric in here.
because if you
Yeah,
if
we
you use the
definitely
hidden
gonna.
spine, you're not hiding stitching, and you haven't done the inside of that book yet. So if you use the hidden spine method, you could cover the places where you put it in at up. You know what I'm saying?
But then, okay, so if I do the hidden spine method, I'm not going to need to cover. I'm not going to.
You're still going to have the color of the spine. You see where the chipboard's at? You're still going to have that color. You may want to wrap
No, I
it up
know,
with
but I was just thinking of putting paper.
I mean, that's up to you, but whenever I use material, I really don't like using paper on top of material. I like to use another piece of material over top of it. That way it gives it a little bit of flow, I guess. You could probably put a piece, if you've got another piece of that material right there, cover it and put a piece of pretty lace over top of that material and put a border around the lace. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see what I got. Maybe I've got some lace, black lace, that is, if I haven't gotten rid of it all. All
Well, if
right,
you've
so
got like a cream color
no,
would work really
no,
good.
no, no. Everything is going to be black. All right.
Oh,
Do you want the
well,
camera
do
on?
you have any with like a shimmer to it? Like a
Let me see what I have. Do you want the camera on you?
No, 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 no. I'm just painting. I'm nothing too fancy. Because I wanted to show you something, but you're not gonna be paying attention.
Oh, I'm paying attention now. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I want to show you something.
That's what I was saying. Show me now, because otherwise, then. Oh, that one is pretty.
This is gonna go in a short, squat, clear glass. It's gonna be the square one, and it's gonna have like the either the water beads or the or the rhinestone looking things, the things you can get at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
just imagine this is the glass. This is not what we're using. So imagine that sitting down in the glass, kind of splayed out
Are
with the
you
rocks
doing?
and stuff around.
You said you got your hands on a glass conch, like the display. Is that for
Uh,
inside of there to show the enchanted rose?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got my hands on it. My friend is working on it right now. Uh, she's working on it, and I've left that up to her. I have not seen updates on it yet, so I have no clue to what that thing looks like right now. But she's told me I gave her ideas of what I wanted, but she's actually done. Her daughter had a lot better ideas than her and me put together, and I said do it. And I have not heard any updates on it yet, so I'm hoping that
It
it
might
turns
take a
out
while.
as beautiful as what she says. So what her idea is, this thing is about 8 inches tall. Mm,
Did you want
about
the camera back on you?
oh, I'm just talking. It's about 8 inches tall, and it
Okay,
has
back on you, so you can show what you were talking about.
it's about 8 inches tall. Say about this tall or taller. It may be even this tall, 11 inches, because the globe on it was pretty big. I mean, you just have to see. But on the inside of the globe, it's got like a frosted, glittery type of texture inside, not on the outside, but on the inside. And on the base, it's white, and it actually comes with fairy lights, long strand of fairy lights. Now, that's all that came with it. But it's battery operated, so she's going to put rechargeable batteries in it, and it has an on and off switch, and it has a timer on it, which is really cool. And the texture on the inside, I didn't think it was meant to be there, but when I didn't put the fairy lights, tacked it down or anything, but I just kind of stuck them in there, and the texture on it actually helps with the spread of the light. It disperses the light better. It kind of reflects off each other. It's really cool. But her idea is we've got, those little Dollar Tree floral foam circle things that are flat, that are about an inch wide or inch in depth. Well, I got one of those. I mean, I bought everything that she needed for this. I mean, I was gung ho about it, and I said, whatever you need, let me know, and I'll get it. And I got everything she requested. I mean, I had a little bit of money under my belt, so I got everything that she requested. Because I was on a mission. That's what I was looking for, and I found it. But anyway, she's going to have one of the roses she found. I had bought previous roses, but she found one that was even fuller. And she is going to basically be sticking the rose down, wrapping it, making homemade dewdrops, like the drops, like raindrops. She's going to be putting that on the rose. Thanks, Martha. She's going to be putting that on the rose. She's going to be putting like that fake snow, since Beauty and the Beast were married in the wintertime.
Yep.
She's going to be putting snow on the bottom, and some petals that have fallen, and the rose is going to be kind of dipped over just a little bit. She's going to have the fairy lights in there and glitter, and it's going to be gorgeous. I can't wait to see it.
All right. So I found some lace. And let me put the camera back on me.
Okay.
Martha says, pretty rose. It is. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait to use that. I mean, I've got a couple of those that I've got to paint like that.
All right. So here is the lace that I found. It's nice and thin. It's something like the way I did it on your Paris journal. So I can use it on the edge here. See how pretty that is?
Yeah.
Now this is the only problem, is I have a piece of velvet, but how do I get all this junk off of it?
Lint roller. Sticky lint roller.
Yeah, and I have no
or a piece of masking tape. Roll it up on your hand and kind of roll it like you would get lint off your clothes, like that hair stuff. Try that and see if it works.
I don't know. Should I use this velvet though? Because isn't it going to pick up everything in its brother?
It depends on where you put your journal.
Well, I was thinking of also making a box for it.
Oh, like the box that you made me? Do they know what this box looks like? Do you want me to show it?
You can, but no, I was going to I have to go buy the box. So I'm just going to put it in, it's like a photo like a shoebox. Then it's going to have, I don't know yet. I have still working it out.
Oh, okay.
And see, the thing is,
I've got that journal on hand right here beside me. I keep that right beside me at all times.
You know what? I'm not going to use this because it's too thick, and I don't think it'll, like, I'm not liking the tie.
Well, you could also use it as a ribbon. You know how you put it underneath the other thing, and you can just kind of move it like a bookmark type thing. You can use it as a bookmark. That way
I don't know. Yeah, I know.
I'm just giving you an idea where to use it.
Yeah. What do you think? See, what I was thinking for the closure is just to use simple seam binding. See? I got that one. Or I have this one. Oh my gosh,
I just now got the post where you post it in Jules. Yeah, I just now got it. So that means our notifications for Facebook's kind of slow. Or mine is anyway.
See, I've got this ribbon, which is really pretty, but I don't like the fact.
Liz, actually, we missed you yesterday.
Hey, Lise.
Yeah, I think
This
people
is
just
pretty.
now getting that notification because it just popped up. 2 more people came in.
Look at this. Look how pretty this one is.
Ooh, it's got a little shine to it.
It's got a shine to it, but it's small enough that when you close it up, see, it's kind of got that silver back and forth. Actually, I'm going
Yeah.
to use this for the closure. Okay, and then I'm going to use this lace. So, I mean, I'm going to need to get, no. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. What's this? Oh, yeah, that's right. I do have black and white flowers somewhere. I know where they are, too. I just have
I
to get.
thought it was just gonna be black, Marina.
I
Mm,
could do it
changed
just,
your mind.
I could do it just black if I use the seam binding as a closure. If I use it,
I like your accents. Don't change the accents because I was suggesting
I
just
know
the,
you were
the
teasing me. I
huh?
know. I know you were teasing me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm going to. I like your idea of doing this junk journal the same way I did your Paris one.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do, because this lace is thin enough that it'll look real pretty this way. And I
Yeah.
think I'm going to do the idea too. I'm going to put a piece of fabric on the inside.
Okay. I in no way coerced you to do that.
Yeah. Okay, right.
I in no way I make no claims to coercing you to put another piece of fabric in
Now, so if I'm going to do a hidden spine,
there. I'm missing something here. No, they don't look like that. Hmm.
yeah. All right. All right. So if I'm going to do, then if I'm going to do a hidden spine, then I'm not going to have to worry about how, if this part, yes, I do have to worry about it. Yes, I do have to worry about it. Because when I have to put the spine back in, I have to make sure that the spine part is smooth, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Makes
otherwise,
sense.
it's going to have bulk underneath.
Mm-hmm.
So I think right here might work. This will
Now,
fit right in
did you
between.
pick that up? Did use some bulldog clips and clip that material up around the edges, and put your spine in there and make sure that it's not going to bulk up when you close it at the seams there at the spine before you do that.
Yeah, I'm still liking the idea. I'm not liking this idea. Give me a minute. Let me check something. Because I think my spine is too big. So it should be 1 point. Yeah, 1.5. This one's 1.75, I believe. So 1.5. Okay. So now it should work much better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now it's not bulking, I think. Clips. Yeah, see? The spine is going to be 1.5, and that gives it enough room.
Can't see, woman. You had it up too far.
Pardon? Okay, so can you see it now?
No, when you set it up, there you go.
See? It's enough, it gives enough room that it's not leaving it open.
On the right-hand side, your spine just a little bit over. It's not going to shut properly.
Yeah, look.
No,
Well,
I meant like
it's not in there. It's not in there like
correctly.
Hold on.
It almost looked like it was like 1/8 of an inch too wide. Like it was trying to that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You're saying it's should be in here.
Should be in the crease, not over the crease.
Yeah, and the crease is, yeah, it needs to come down. You're right. It needs to come down maybe a 1/2 inch more, or a squiggly amount more.
Martha says she needs more tea.
Trust me, I know what it feels like with no coffee.
I don't drink a lot of coffee. I just drink Powerade. Whenever I don't have Powerade, I go nuts. Even though it ain't got caffeine in it, it's something that's without carbonation. I'm hooked on Powerade, guys. Plus, it gives me the salt and the sugar that I need for the day because I don't eat much.
All right, how's this now look?
That's much better. That is a lot better.
Yeah, and now it doesn't bulk. See?
There you go. Aren't you glad I watch and give you pointers?
Yeah. So it ended up being, and I found my Tim Holtz. I remembered where I put it. So 1.25.1. 1.25.1. Okay, so I've decided I am not going to put a piece of fabric. Wait.
And the little thing sitting on her shoulder going, hey, wait. Before you make that decision, look at this.
The only way that this is going to work, because I didn't take into consideration, see, I was just going to put a piece of paper on top of this. This side here is going to end up, okay, which is the front? The front is this one. And this is going to be the back, right? Because of the things. So this one here has got a lot of indentations because of the fabric. So if I try and put another piece of fabric on top of it, I think it's going to look silly because it's going to show right through where the indentations are. Because remember, this is, I would have had to have cut a piece enough that it should have covered this one white piece here. I'm almost thinking paper like this would look better.
Just make sure it's not a real thin piece because the indentations will still show if you got a thin piece.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm thinking of backing it on thin cardstock, thin chipboard, making like a cover type thing.
Oh, okay. Then that should work then. I've done that a couple times.
Yeah, like instead, like you know how we did the lace up one that we put the cover back on top in the front. I'm thinking of doing that on each side, on the inside, so that it gives.
Doing just the chipboard piece, just the chipboard pieces, not the stitch.
Say again.
Just the chipboard pieces.
No, I'm not doing lace.
I know. I was talking about the chipboard pieces that you're going to lay down. I was just reiterating what you were saying.
Okay. How do I explain this? If I take a thin piece of chipboard from the silhouette, which is like really, really almost paper thin, I can take a piece of this material, sew it around, and glue it back on to this side. And then still use the hidden hinge because I can use this part here. I can put it with more fabric. I've got lots. I've got this piece here, which should work. Yeah, see? This piece here would work perfectly. Maybe not. I'd have to try and get that one thing out of there, which is a pain in my butt. Let me see this piece. See if this is any longer. Yeah, I think this one might be longer. Nope. Because it took me almost an
Oh,
hour.
hey, Joe. I did not see you in here. I had my head down. How you doing?
You know,
What do you know, Joe?
I got it, I got it. Right here. Okay, so. Hi, Joe. Okay, so
I'm just in the background. I'm painting roses for the wedding. Oh, Joe, um you're still in Georgia, right? I so forgot. I need to go back through my friends list and um
there we go.
do a second request.
There we go. That would work. And then cut. All right, I will be right back. I am just gonna do this over here, which will make it a little bit easier.
What I was going to ask, Joe, is could you send me your address again? Because I don't think I have it in my Rolodex. Because I'm going to be sending out save the date uh, cards for my wedding here in about 4 months, but we're still working on them. But I need an updated address because I don't have it in Rolodex, and I have lost some of my papers where I had my addresses written down. So could you send me a message in private of your address that way I can write it down so I can send you one?
There we go. Perfect. It's gonna be tight, but that would work. Okay, um, so I'm gonna have to do. Hmm. I'm thinking.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Oh, I am so jealous of you, Joe, because I don't get to go to Hobby Lobby hardly and don't have the money and get clearance sales. I really wish they would do the clearance sales on it and me actually get there
Okay.
when I have money.
I'm gonna let this sit and. Oh no! So let me do the. Let me do. Yeah, the laces to be put on now, and the binding has to be put on now, so that that can sit and dry. So let me do that part.
Man, I'm
There.
gonna have to buy a crap ton of sealer to seal all this color in here because this color that I'm putting on here is like a watercolor, a homemade watercolor from acrylic paint. I'm gonna have to put a sealer on these. What type of sealer that could I use to trap in color on false flowers? That way, if it gets hit with water, the color won't run.
Isn't there a poly there or something like that that's waterproof?
I have a coating that's for wood and things like that that I use for my beads and things, but I don't know if putting that on this material would work. Oh, Joe says wait till I see what she's got. Oh my gosh, Joe, if you make a video on it or do a live, make sure you PM me and I can join you or come back and watch it. I want to see. I'll probably be drooling. When Marina gets quiet, it sounds so quiet. Almost feels like she's muted me. Oh, you plan on it later? Now, if I don't get in there to watch, Joe, don't hate me, because when the men folk come home, it's like the rest of what you had planned has went out the window. We've got to mow our backyard or finish it because I started it, and it started pee pouring the rain, and we hadn't mowed it in months and months and months. And so we've got watermelons and stuff growing in our yard, and so we can't really mow because of that. And it got really tall, and so I was out there one the other day, and it started pee pouring the rain. I had about two more, maybe three more stripes to go in the yard, and it started downpouring. So I had to run inside, cover the mower up with our tarp, and run inside before the downpour really, really hit. I think I had about 2 minutes time before it just opened the skies and just downpoured. Never what? I totally did not. What did I say for you to say that? I got to talking. All right. Thank you, Joe,
Oh,
for
I'm
sending me
thinking. I'm
your
thinking you
birthday.
said that she shouldn't hate you because you might not be able to watch it.
Oh, okay. I talk so darn blasted much. I don't forget what I say.
Yep, I do the same.
It's like you get on a point and then you're going, "What the heck did I say a minute ago?"
Or what the heck was I talking about?
Yeah, that's why I say you had an Emily moment. I hadn't said that in a hot minute. Emily moment, because I
Emily
ain't had
moment.
those. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
ain't had
goodness, we
those.
haven't had those in a while. Emily
Yeah.
moment.
Now trust me, I'm gonna need somebody with a head on my wedding because I'm gonna forget stuff. I'll have a list made, but I don't know if anybody will go by the list. I mean, I've got 3 people. Well, two if you don't come, that are a take charge type of person. That would be my matron of honor, but she's going to be in there with me. And then I have a backup bridesmaid just in case one of the other bridesmaid that I have chosen does not show up. She's my backup bridesmaid. I hate to say it, but I can't. I gotta have her help me get everything set up if she's not a bridesmaid, because she has to be there while I'm not there to get everything in order. And my sister and my mother are hopefully going to be there, which they can do that. But I mean,
Wait, am I a bridesmaid?
no, hun.
Thank God.
I can't afford another one because I've already got 3. I've
No,
already
I
got
don't. I
3.
don't want to be in the wedding party. Thank you. I want to be
Oh
running.
no, 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 no. No offense, Marina, but no. I don't want. I'd rather you have your help instead of you
Yeah.
being in there, because you would be drawn away from what's going on and being the hands up on it. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I definitely agree with that part.
Because if I put you in the bridal party, your job is to be there with me, and if you're there with me, nothing is getting done out there. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh no, no, no. I totally agree because I did the same thing. My girlfriend wanted me to be a bridesmaid for her wedding, and I said no. I said I would rather be behind the scenes, making sure everything is going smoothly, so that the bride does not have to worry about nothing.
Right. See, I don't have a coordinator just yet. I'm kind of doing all the coordinating right now. So when it comes down to it, I'll delegate like coordinator, co-coordinator, head of I'll let people know what their job is closer to time.
Okay.
But as of right now, I have 2 people helping me. I just got back in contact with one of my other friends. She's gonna hopefully, let's cross my fingers, hopefully take me out on Thursday so I can just go out and try dresses on, not buy, but try, if you know what I mean. She's hopefully gonna take me out on Thursday, but I mean, I'm not gonna hold my breath to it.
I thought you were getting that one dress you had seen online.
Well, I mean, we're checking to see if there's anything like it from like David's Bridal. You know how they have these wonderful, beautiful dresses. We're going to check and see if they have any there that looks very similar to what I'm wanting, maybe for cheaper. But I have a friend out looking to see if there's anything very similar to that dress. I mean, I'm willing to change a few things on it, but I don't know how long it's going to take to ship. I don't know if it's going to look exactly like the picture. I mean, that's the only sad thing about ordering online, because I see all the great ratings on it. I'm not going to knock it, but it's not always exactly what it looks
Yeah.
like on the.
Yeah, that's the
And so
problem.
I'd love to have something very similar to that dress in theory, but I'd love to be able to have my hands on it just in case it has to be altered or anything right there with me.
Yep.
And Sue, my matron of honor, hopefully, she's a seamstress and she knows how to do that. My mother made my first wedding dress, and so she's a seamstress. And so if I need any adjustments or anything like that, I have people that can do it. And there is an alteration place right down the road from me, so if worst case scenario, I can take it there. I got offered a wonderful dress yesterday, but she asked me what my size was, and she didn't have my size. She says I was little. I said a size 8 is little. Nobody hardly ever sees me past probably my waist up. Nobody ever sees me. I'm little, but I'm not a big person. And she says, honey, I don't think I have any in that size. And so I was like, darn it, I would have got a nice wedding dress for free. But the style that I showed a while back is what I'm looking for. Like a ball gown dress with a sweetheart neckline, a corset stitched back, and then has the red on it. Ah, so pretty. And then the silver stitching on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I could only find one exactly, I mean to the T exactly like that, I would be over the moon, and it would be under $400. Be wonderful. But good luck, right? That's like a
Well, you got time. You never
designer
know.
style.
You got time.
Yeah, I got over a year. I'm good. I mean, I might even raise the money for it to be ordered. Joe said, so Marina, are you going to go to the wedding? Are you going to the wedding?
I am going to try, Joe, but with Canada still preventing people from crossing over on the border, it's going to be really, really hard. So
Well, it's
I
not
know
till next year.
here,
Maybe everything will be kind of
well,
eased down.
I don't know. We'll have to, like I said, we'll have to wait and see. My plan is to go. Now, it's all going to depend on the Canadian government whether they're going to allow casual crossovers by that time. I'm really, really hoping they will.
Yeah, that's not until December 17th, 2021. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that all this hubbub will be settled down in another.
Well, I don't know because they said it was going to be. Oh yeah, it's only going to be about a month or so. What? 7 months down the road, we are still in the same boat. So, if not worse. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all going to depend on the Canadian government and whether they're going to allow me to go through. All right, so I got the lacing on it, and it's pretty much drying, and I'm still not liking this corner, but it's stuck. I think I'm just going to put a thing on it anyway. And so this is going to be the bases so far. So, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to let it dry. In the meantime, I'm going to make the two.
I'm not going to repeat the comment she wrote, but read what she said.
Sorry?
Read what Joe wrote. I'm not reading that out loud.
Hold on. Okay. Okay.
You see why I'm not reading that out loud?
Yeah. Joe, if you don't mind, I'm going to remove that comment. Yeah, just don't want to cause any controversy stuff.
Yeah, I would have done it, but I have red paint all over my hands, and I don't want to stain my phone.
No, you didn't say anything wrong, Joe. I just don't want any reference to that
Yeah,
particular.
they've been shutting channels down because of irrelevant references to that, and I really don't want her
Yeah,
channel shut down. That's the
yeah.
reason why I called attention
You
to
know,
it.
on live streams, I'd rather not get into any of that controversial stuff. I did. Thank you, Joe. And trust me, I really, really understand all of this. I really do. It's just, yeah, let's just not go to that particular reasonology. Okay, so the inside
Keep it light.
yeah, yeah. So we are going to make it 5.75 by 9.25. Now I better write that down because knowing me, I will definitely forget. Okay, what was the measurement again? See?
5.75 or something like that.
Exactly. That's my problem. All
I
right. So
think I was chasing
5.75
down.
by 9.25. 5.75 by 9.25.
Was I right?
5.75. Come on, put my bed so I don't have to measure it again. And of course not. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. So it is. Okay. So 9.25 by 5.75. Yeah. Okay. So let's put this over here to dry. And let me get my hands on the silhouette chipboard that I shoved somewhere in here. Somewhere. Here it is. Okay. I'm going to need one piece of this. All right, let me measure this. Okay, so I said, 5.75. So let's go 9.25 to start with. 5.75, 510, yeah. So 9.25 there. And then we got to go 5.75. Okay, and then 5.75 again. There. So those two should be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be real pretty. I can't wait to see when it's done.
Yep, I'm gonna basically go step by step, and I'm gonna do it from start to finish.
See, I'm working on one just not like that. Mine's made out of paper bags.
And
It
hello.
might be a few days before I can get back to it because I'm going to be working on these roses because several coatings are going to go on these roses, and plus I've got to find more for flower arrangements and things like that. Hopefully we can find the right color.
Okay, so
So yeah, I won't be working on mine for another couple of days.
all right.
Now Thursday, I'm probably going to be MIA because, as I said before, um, I may be going out with a friend of mine
Okay.
on Thursday, so I may be MIA. So if you don't hear from me, that's probably that.
So now these, I cut it down so that it's going to be the inside part. And it's going to have, just make sure I do it on the right side, like that. Now, this part here, I'm wondering if I shouldn't just use, rather than using fabric tack, I'm going to use double-sided tape. I'm thinking. No, it's going to stick. No,
On fabric to paper,
yeah.
not a good idea. Because if it heats up, that tape is going to release.
Not only that, but then I'm going to have to, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 pieces of, I'm going to iron it, and put 2 pieces of interfacing so that it doesn't show through. I had another piece of interfacing up here. Maybe not. Might have used it. Okay. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. I'm just doing the interfacing part and ironing the fabric.
So do you think Mod Podge, if I put Mod Podge on these flowers, the color would stay in? I'm sitting here trying to think of ways I could seal the color in.
All right, what were you saying about Mod Podge?
Do you think that if I coated it with a light coat of Mod Podge, the color would stay in and it would stay if I could find the stuff for fabric?
Well, I mean, Mod Podge is cover. You do use Mod Podge to do mini albums and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering if it would protect it and not give it that real sticky texture like it normally does. See, we want the shine to it. That's not a problem, but just wondering if it would make the flower sticky and the petals stick together too much. I'm just wondering, would that be a good alternative? That's gonna need several coatings. That like color.
All right. So I got all the pieces done. And all the pieces have got interfacing on it so that the, you know what though? This piece here, because I'm going to be sewing through, I'm not going to use fabric tack. I am going to use the tape, because otherwise I'm going to have a heck of a time trying to sew through it.
Say what? I totally lost what you were saying.
Okay, because I'm doing the hidden spine, I can't put fabric tack on that. How is the needle going to go through?
You poke the holes before?
If I poke the holes before, I'm not going to, it's going to be a pain in the butt because of the fact that I'm not going to be able to see where it is with the black. I need to cover the spine first.
If you poke the holes, if you poke the holes and you round them out, you'll be able to feel it on top of the fabric. The holes.
So I have to leave the module. I need to leave the. No, I'm using fabric tack, Vanessa. So I would have to leave it to dry overnight in order then to do the sewing in afterwards. Is that what you're saying? Once the fabric tack is dry, then I should be able to poke the holes on it without a problem. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do it up now, and then we're going to have to leave everything overnight to dry, and then we'll have to continue this tomorrow. All right. No big deal. Okay. So let's get this part on. There we go. All right, let it dry for 24 hours. Okay. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Let it dry.
Isn't that something similar to what we did when we made our albums? We left it in frame.
Yeah, but I didn't use fabric tack.
Oh, we used the matte.
Yeah, we used the other stuff.
Gotcha.
I mean, anytime I've used fabric tack, I've let it dry overnight anyways. I just wasn't sure if we needed, if it would turn solid in order for me to sew through it, because I'm not going to be using, I'm not punching it through. I'm going to actually use an owl. I'm going to use this thing to make the holes, which but I don't know, because this is also pretty big. So And I don't want the holes to be very big. It's also going to depend on how many sheets it is.
Well, how many pages are you putting in each signature?
I haven't counted it. I'm thinking 10, which will turn out to be 20. And it's going to be 2 signatures. And then in the middle, I'm going to do, okay, so 2 signatures on each side. And in the middle is going to be a special file folder, which I'm going to go and I'm going to, actually, I haven't watched the video in full yet. So I'm going to have to go back and watch that video. So I'll probably do that tomorrow before I put it all together. There's going to be a specialty, something special in the middle.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, I want to kind of do it, and then there's going to be, like, I'm going to be doing 4 of these. So I'm showing the first one, and then the other ones will be a surprise for when our auction happens.
Right. I mean, I'm going to have a few things that I'm going to be working on offline. I mean, yeah. I've got a few projects that I'm playing with. So not everything's going to be online, because if you show everything, people won't want to be interested.
Yep.
I know they'll say, "How did you do that?" Mm-hmm. It's just you buy it and see if you can figure it out type of thing. I like doing that. I'll purchase something at the store, and then I'll be like, how can I make this better?
Well, see, eventually I also want to show how to do the that video that I showed you the other day for the Tim Holtz imitation file folder.
Yeah.
I finally found somebody that had a tutorial on it.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah, I was trying to sit down and figure it out myself, but there was a couple of pieces that kind of really threw me off. So.
Yeah.
And then I've got the baby boy and the baby girl. Those folios plus the neutral one. That's going to be there in the auction. Because that one I haven't even shown yet.
No.
That's because I'm still working on it. And until I have the baby boy one finished, I'm not going to show it so that I can. And I still have to buy the neutral digital set. So that's going to cost me a bit. Okay, so then, all right, so you're suggesting then, in order for to make this easier, let it dry overnight. All right, that I can do. All right, so let's put this piece with the cover. All right, let's do the next part. Put this one aside. Put one of these aside. It's in the garbage. Okay. See, it's just paper thin. It's chipboard, and it's by Silhouette. So. Now, the other albums that I'm making, the other junk journals, are not going to be this fancy. It's just going to be simple and easy. This one, I really, really wanted to do justice to the Black Swan digital kit. So hence the reason why it's so
dark.
Yeah.
Well, not dark, but the dark in color.
Well, the dark color type of thing, because it does have a lot of the the black swan in it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're wondering what the papers look like, my hands are full of glue right now. You'll have to go back to the beginning of the video to see how, because I showed it a lot. And it's mixed in. It's pretty pinks and blues and blacks and kind of, I didn't want it all black. Like I didn't want it
Hi,
just that
Margaret.
way.
I totally missed Margaret coming in.
Hi,
Margaret, hello.
Margaret.
I'm sorry, hon. I did not see you. I had my head down painting roses. I tend to do that a lot. I get distracted.
We all do.
Just gotta get these somewhat done because these things are gonna have to have 2 or 3 coats of paint, as I was saying before.
Let that dry for a few minutes. Put that one aside. This one.
When I get some extra money, I gotta get me some ink for my printer.
I thought you did.
No, I still ain't got it yet. I gotta print off the save the date cards to put inside the date cards. Gotta print those off. I mean, we are designing the card itself right now. I showed you the template.
Yep.
It's gonna be really pretty, but I just gotta get the cardstock to print on to print the we're getting married, the date, and yeah. I know it would probably be easier to just write it, but I think printing would be a little bit.
That's a lot of writing.
Yeah. So I'm designing it on my computer, and I just gotta print it. That's all. I gotta print about 75 of them suckers. And I've got a couple of other people are going to be sending me some die cuts of these things so I can use it in the. And you wouldn't believe this, but James Lee is the one who actually designed the save the date cards. Believe it or
Yeah, you
not.
were telling me that he picked it out all and everything.
Yeah, he designed the whole thing from scratch. I showed him the A2 cards and the envelopes. He says, "Okay, I got it. This is how we're going to do it." And lo and behold, this man is very creative. Believe it or not, he is very, very smart. He's talented, and he
Well, we've
created the
seen
whole
his
save the
work,
date card.
so we don't doubt that.
Do what?
I said we've seen his work, so we don't doubt that.
Oh, right. Oh, come on off of there, please. I don't need you to break, and then you just flipping broke. Really? Are you serious? I'm not going to be able to put that back on there. I guess it'll be a floating flower. I don't know.
Okay, put that one there. Yes.
That's insane flipping broke. Are you serious? Oh my God, these must be old. Ugh. Oh well. It'll be in one of the cups. Oh, is Lee's got to go? Oh, bye, Miss Lee's.
Take care,
We'll see
Lise.
you.
Thank you for
We'll
stopping
see you
by.
later. I just love giving things new life, like old things new life. It's really cool. Joe didn't see my pretty flower I did she?
Don't think so. So, Joe, are you still in here? If she is, I will put the camera
Oh, I
back
know
on
she is.
you.
She just said something to leave. Actually, keep it on you for just a minute. I gotta go get one of what it looked like before. Because I got several that are the same thing.
All right. This is being stubborn.
All right, you can change screens.
All right, give me a minute. I'm filled with glue again.
All right, let me know when you change it.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna have to use clips. Sorry, I keep banging the camera, but it's like right smack in my way here.
You'll give her a second. She's finishing that up, and she'll switch it for me. I'll show you.
Oh, I hate them with a passion. Like, look, you can see it. All right, let me switch the camera.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right,
it
so
is
you
on
can
you.
see I'm working with paint, so please excuse my hand. No, I have not murdered anybody. I'm just working with regular paint.
You are
The
painting the rose
rose,
red.
yeah, this is what the rose looked like before. Okay, you got the general idea. This looks almost real, right? All right, this is what it transformed into.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
three
I'm
layers of
definitely liking the transformation.
That's 3 layers of paint, 3 different colors of 3 different tinings of paint on there, and it's very, very stiff. The more paint you put on it, the stiffer it gets. Because if you look here, this is like flowy. This one is stiff. Almost feels like paper now. As you can tell, the color that I put on it, and it looks like a real rose. Now, as I was explaining to Marina, we're going to put a pearlescent coating on top of that to make it kind of shine. And these are going to be some of our centerpieces for our tables, and just like random places that we're going to put in roses. And so all of the roses that you're going to see have been, well, most of them have been painted and done myself, because the flowers were free. And I'd love to have some more of these. I've only got about maybe 3 or 4 of these. I don't know how expensive they are, but I'd love to have some more of these so I could paint them, because this looks absolutely gorgeous. It's not real. It looks real though. Even the color on the stem and everything. Beautiful. So transformation from this to this. Well, they're probably going to be put in water, and this is a watered down paint. I've made like a homemade watercolor, and so the paint will bleed if you drop it in water. So I have to put a sealer on it. And so this is 2 bunches that I've already got done, painted. They need about 2 more coatings of paint, and I'm working on. I just got done with one. They're actually a brighter red. They've got to dry though. This is a different color that I had on it. And I'm working on larger roses now, right here. These are more of a more fabric roses than anything.
All right, I am done. All 3 pieces are now got the fabric on it. And I'm going to put the camera back on me. So this is what it looks like. So it's going to have to dry overnight, and that way tomorrow I'll be able to continue and put in the signatures So, oh, I do need to do one more thing though. Let me just get, as Joe says, get the boogers off of my hands from the glue.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gonna have to be
Hate
washed
that.
off.
That was happening to me the other day when I was trying to put it
Yeah.
on.
Gonna have to, actually I gotta do one more part to this before I do anything else. Or I'm gonna forget and then I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot. So this part here, it's still drying, but I need to do this part. Okay. Okay. Now, let me, might as well iron it just to make sure. Let the iron dry. And we get the edges done. Okay. Oh, nope, this side here, it's gonna have to be.
Margaret says she loves quilt clips.
Yeah, it dollar store clips. Good enough. So, all right, and we iron these.
And she disappeared. She go. So guys, I know y'all were saying that these roses wouldn't need a sealer. Even with it watered down like that, it wouldn't need a sealer. It kind of makes me wonder because even when I get this paint wet, even when I'm cleaning it up off the desk,
Okay.
um, it wipes off really easy. So that's what made me think that I would need a sealer on this. Because this is basically like homemade watercolor from acrylic paint, like a stain. Once it cures, they are going to be around water.
Go.
They're going to have like we're thinking water beads to stick these down in and float them. I don't know. Still up in the air. I mean, I just need to know if these things need a sealer or not because I don't want the color falling out or running out.
Damn it. I had
What'd you
something
do?
in my head thinking, oh yeah, I got to remember I have to remember to do that before I put the piece on top.
What'd
Do you
you
think I
do?
can remember what it was? I literally
No.
just thought of it.
It'll come to you. Just give it time.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what it was that I was going to do. Okay, because that's the other thing that's got to dry overnight. Okay, it's the this piece here. The
Well, that's what I was thinking, Vanessa. I don't know. The decorations are still up in the air. I mean, I'm trying to make everything without having to buy a lot of things. Now there are a few things that I am going to purchase because there's no way that I'm going to be able to make them. And that's going to be the favor boxes. We've actually chosen some. They've got some really cute ones at our Dollar Tree. They're shaped like a wedding dress and a tux, and they have 6 in each pack, and they're just basically $1 a piece. Do y'all think that's a decent amount, a decent price for little favors, little box favors? He was originally wanting the ones that looked like little triangles and they closed at the top and they had a little ribbon at the top. He originally wanted those, but I have not been able to find not one of those anywhere. And me and him agreed on
sorry, he wanted originally. He wanted what?
He originally wanted the favor boxes to look like the little triangles that had the little pull string at the top, and it
Little triangles that what?
The favor boxes that had the holes in the top, and they went up into a triangle. I mean, you'd have to look. I'm not exactly sure what they're called. They're
Can you find a picture for it for me?
I'd have to really look because I'm not exactly what they're called. You could probably look them up on Pinterest.
Yes, but I have no clue what you're talking about. So when you get the chance, please look it up for me and let me know.
Okay.
Because
before I buy those favors, because me and him agreed on those.
Because if it's something that could be cut out on the silhouette machine.
Oh, I'm sure it can. I think I've seen a pattern for it. It's just I don't have a silhouette. I don't have any means of cutting that out.
Right, but I do. Remember? I've got a silhouette.
Yeah, I remember now, and Arlena does too. I believe she has the silhouette cameo.
Right. As well. So between all of your somebody, should be able to make it for you. So what I did is I just took a little bit of glue and I crimped it in the middle, and I'm just gonna let it dry like this. That part's gonna have to dry first before I can actually put it on the book. So I'm gonna let it dry for a couple of hours, and then I'll put it on the book. So it's gonna end up going like this. It's gonna go here, like that.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna have something big right here in the middle. I've seen a couple of people do this, so I don't know. We'll see how it works out. But this is what I'm going to try. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to say thank you very much for coming today, and we will be continuing this tomorrow morning once all of the projects are dry, and hopefully Emily can go back to doing her junk journal, I think it is, or another project.
Maybe I'll probably. I've got a lot of painting to do, so
we'll see.
It's up in there. I'll let you know before we go on.
Yeah, at first you continue painting, I continue creating. There you go.
Yeah, because we actually had a good stream without any.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it down short, just around 2 hours, so that I don't tire people out, and it goes just in time for me to have some lunch, and then do whatever else I need to do. So thank you very much. I appreciate everybody that has shown up today, and we will continue this tomorrow. Emily, do you have any final words?
Just remember, if you enjoyed the stream, please remember to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And please leave a kind comment down below. Also, check out Marina's Creations on Facebook. If you're interested in creating some art and showing your artwork, please hit that friend request, and we'll get you in there as soon as possible. Other than that, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, Lord's willing, if the creek don't rise.
Bye.